We have finally made it to Hong Kong.
We were hoping for sunset, but we're not 100% sure that's going to happen. Stay tuned.
It's finally time to say goodbye to Xiamen. We got a prepaid taxi known as a DD here to the Xiamen North train station, and we will be heading first to Shenzhen, which is the town nearest the border with Hong Kong, and then we've got to go through immigration there, and then board another train down to the main area of Hong Kong. So it's going to be a long and a bit complicated of a journey. First, we have to work out exactly where we can pick up the tickets. We've sort of pre-booked them all and have to go and collect them at the ticket booth. So yes, we will go and find them. After a good half an hour wait in the queue, finally got the tickets, so it's definitely worth erring on the side of caution, I would say, and arriving early enough to pick up your tickets. So yes, now that they are picked up, we will head through security and into the train station, and soon be on our way to Hong Kong. Arrived here in Shenzhen. It's actually a pretty nice train journey, actually. Quite like the pods. Gave you a bit more freedom to move around a bit. You weren't confined to a specific seat. You could spread out a bit. We are now, though, heading to the metro here. We have to take that to, I think it's called Fujian, where we will cross the border and go through immigration, and then it's on to Hong Kong. So after setting off from the hotel in Xiamen and 10 hours of travelling, we have finally made it to Hong Kong. We are now on the hunt for our little inn that we are staying at. We are not staying on the main island where the sort of central area is. We're just across the water on the mainland. It's a bit cheaper, and actually you stay on the mainland and go down to the water, then you get a pretty nice view of all the skyscrapers lit up at night. So we will probably try and do that this evening as well. pretty cool way to start our time here in Hong Kong, even if my arm is now hurting rather a lot from holding this phone up for 10 minutes to record the whole thing. But yeah, it was pretty spectacular, particularly with the lights reflecting off on the water. The view from there is just stunning. But now we are going to go and try and find something to eat. First morning here in Hong Kong. We have now hopped over the water to Hong Kong Island, which is all where the main sights and the big skyscrapers were that we saw lit up last night. We were hoping to do a walking tour, but unfortunately we got a bit lost in the metro station and went out the wrong exit. By the time we did get to the right exit, they'd unfortunately left. So instead we are just going to hit up the sites ourselves. It means we can do them in the order we want, I guess. So yeah, we will go and start adventuring. Navigating some of these streets has been interesting, just due to how busy the roads are, and some of the pedestrian routes aren't always pavements and stuff. You have to go over walkways. But we have eventually made it around a few sites and are now here at the HSBC building. I'm currently underneath, as you can walk straight through underneath the building. It's also interesting seeing us in the central hub with all our touristy outfits and gear sort of mingling with all the business people in their suits and business attire. Is definitely an interesting contrast. Feel a bit underdressed. From the central area of town, we have walked west along the waterfront and are now in the Xiamen district. There are a few markets in here that we thought we'd have a wander through. This first one, called the Western Market, is full of sort of silk and fabric. They've got reams and reams of the stuff. It's a bit of a jungle just walking through them. We headed up Hollywood Road here, which is apparently the first street that was ever built in Hong Kong and is now known for its antique shops. Our next point of call is this, the Man Mo Temple, one of the oldest in Hong Kong. So we will head inside and take a look. Continuing along Hollywood Road, we eventually came across the mid-levels escalators, which are basically a series of escalators that run up and down the hill here. Because everything in this area is built up on the mountains, it's obviously very steep between each road, so they put in a whole line of escalators to help you get up. Though I believe in the morning, when people are heading to work, they actually all run down the hill. We have now decided to wander along a bit and have entered the zoological and botanical gardens. So yeah, we will go and have a wander. I did feel more comfortable walking around these than the zoo in Xiamen. The animals generally looked under better condition, although they are still all in pretty big cages. It doesn't always give them loads of room to move around. We are now heading to the Peak, which is one of the main tourist attractions here in Hong Kong. You go up Victoria Peak and try and get some of the views over the city, and we are going to try and get up there for sunset as well. So the most popular way of getting up is via tram. There's a Peak tram that goes all the way up to sort of viewing area. Unfortunately, the queue for that is very long, over an hour according to the signs. Our plan B was to catch the bus, but those that we have tried to catch have just been like little minibus type things that have already been filled up because there's like only 16 seats in them. So plan C we are now onto, which is call an Uber.
What do you mean? This is only plan C?
We were hoping for sunset, but we're not 100% sure that's going to happen. We've had queues, we've had non-existent minibuses, we've had failed Ubers, so now we're going for taxis. Stay tuned.
I have got up here in time to see the sun setting behind the skyline. The sunset was like on the other side of the peak that we would have had to walk quite a distance for. But the view here is still absolutely stunning. Looking back over the city and the skyscrapers and then over the water to Kowloon district, and somewhere in that midst is where we're staying. Definitely worth all the troubles that we went to of trying to get up here. After a brief walk around the peak at night, just getting a sense of the nature and area here, we are going to head down to the bottom, hopefully by bus. We're going to try and catch the same one we tried to get up here, but hopefully they won't be full this time now that we are, I guess the first stop that they're going from. We have also met up with friends of Helen's, who are going to take us to Mong Kok, I believe, which is the markets area. It's going to be really cool to go and see the markets at night. We are finally back here at our room. It's been a long and tiring day. Obviously, since we only have 2 full days here in Hong Kong, we got to make the most of them. So we have been on a whirlwind trip around the city, seen lots of different things, lots of really interesting things. But now though, my feet are really aching from a day of walking and I am so ready for bed. So I'm just going to say night night and I will see you tomorrow. Hey, thanks for watching this latest episode of the vlog. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it and head down to the comment section below if you have any questions about anything at all to do with my time here in China. And if you would like to know how I end up tackling the Huangshan Mountains and hiking up here to see the sunset and sunrise from within the clouds, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you know exactly when the next episodes of the series come out. And I will see you then.